It's Crack Like a Matthew. Here are some things that I think are going to help out with the back pain that you've been experiencing. I've got a little list here just to remind me as I go through the video. But this should only take you about 15 to 20 minutes to get into, assuming that we're just doing one round of every single exercise, and it takes about a minute at a time. So the first thing is that you just want to make sure that we get all the trunk mobilized pretty thoroughly first. So I do both a lower and an upper type trunk twist. So, lay yourself on down, get those hands flat against the ground, drop the knees side to side. Wow. I do 20 reps of that in total, and then get yourself into a kneeling position. Squeeze the glutes of the knee that's on the floor, and turn to face where that knee that's in front is. So if I'm here, I'm going to turn towards the right as much as I can. I'm looking for 10 reps on this side, and then swap the knees over. 10 reps on that side. Easy peasy. After that one, we want to get into some good mornings. If I were you, I get a little loopy band on for this one and put it either just above or just below your knee so that your glutes are just a little bit engaged while you're going through these. But this is more like a dynamic stretch for the hamstrings and just to retrain your hip hinge as well. So, get your feet about hip width to shoulder width apart, hands behind the head, squeeze those shoulder blades back together and keep that tension in the shoulder blades. If you lose the tension in the shoulder blades at any point, you've gone a little bit too far for what the upper body is ready for just yet. So hands behind, squeeze those shoulder blades back, push that butt right back while keeping the shins straight. So you can have a knee bend, but just make sure those shins are straight and just come down as deep as you can. And we're just going to go through 10 reps of this. After you've gone through that, next thing we're going to get into is some banded squats, and you're already wearing the band. We want to be doing 10 reps of squats that take about 10 seconds to complete. So knees pushing right against the band, real slow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just get everything real mobilized and be in the position where lose me words there, but I'll get everything good for that. Right, next thing we want to get onto is some foot activation drills. So all you're going to do is get one of your feet, lift your toes right up so that you'll come onto the arches of your feet. You want to be thinking about staying on the ball of your big toe, your little toe, and your heel. And then all you're going to do with that opposite leg is you're going to lift that one off the ground and you're going to tap your heel of this leg to go in line with the toes. And then you're going to tap the toes to go in line with the heel. You're just going to do a little tap forward, little tap back, little tap forward, little tap back, making sure that we're staying on those 3 little balls of the foot that's standing. We're going to be looking at doing 20 reps of that in total on either leg, and that'll just ensure that if there's any problems starting off from down there that's affecting the chain, that we'll get all that sorted out. Around your ankles should probably be on fire when you're doing that, but for some people, they'll get a little bit of tension inside like the hip flexors or around where the glute medius is. So after that, you just want to be doing some standing calf raises. So if you can give yourself a set of 10 reps, 5-second pause at the bottom of every single one, just do that on a staircase so that we can get all the back of there super mobilized and get a bit more ankle stability. And then we're going to do some seated calf raises. So it's like sitting calf raises. Get yourself a chair or your power rack, crouch yourself down, and then we're just going to go straight up onto your toes. Trying to imagine the goal of closing your the gap between your heels and your butt, as opposed to just thinking about coming up onto your toes, but straight up there like that. And we're going to be looking for 20 reps of that, so it's super bend. Once all that's sorted, it'll just make sure that you've got really stable ankles then, and that's going to help your hips to be a little bit more stable as well. After that, we want to get into a double banded hip thrust. So we want one band around the knee, and then we want you to get a small band, and you're going to put it across your lap, and then one side underneath one heel, the other side underneath the other heel. Get yourself down, make sure that band is across your waist, and now when I push up, I've obviously got glute med resistance against this band, but I've got more glute activation than normal because of this resistance here. So straight up and down, have a little moment hold at the top. I'm looking for 20 reps in total of this. After that, next thing we get onto is some raises for the lower back. Just in case there's any disc issues going on there, so just make sure that everything gets slotted back into place well. You want to lay yourself down onto your front, dig your hips into the floor. We're just going to lift those toes up a little bit. You want to get up onto your elbows on the front, and you're just going to lower yourself down, and then using just the power of your body, you're going to lift that chest up as much as you can until you feel a nice squeeze in the lower back. We're going to hold that for 5 seconds, come slowly down, and again, hold it for 5 seconds, slowly down. we want to do that for 10 reps. And then after we're done with all them, onto the last thing finally. We just want to do a normal plank and then a side plank on either side for up to a minute either way. That way, all the core is going to be super activated, all the hips are going to be super activated, everything around your ankles is all going to be good after you've gone through all this. And yeah, hopefully that should sort you out, mate.